Good afternoon, one and all. Whether my voice is audible and can you see my presentation? Okay, thank you, Shahid. Okay, so in the last lecture related to the plant maintenance, we have started discussion on total productive maintenance. Okay, that is TPM, total productive maintenance. So in industries, TPM is considered as a medical science of a machines. Okay, TPM is considered as a medical science of a machines. Why? Because it it diagnoses and provide the remedies to resolve the problems of a machine. Okay, TPM diagnosis and avoid, also try to minimize the maintenance activities of a machine. Okay, so for that purpose TPM is considered as a medical science of a machine. Now this TPM first originated in Japan. Most of the tools related to the production activities are originated in Japan, from 1950 to 1970. Okay, so most of these tools, we can say that 5S, then Six Sigma, then Pokayoka, Kaizen. These are the tools, or we can say that quality tools, which are developed uh, by the Japanese industries. Okay, so this TPM or TPM kind of a maintenance program, which involves a newly defined concept for maintaining the plant equipment. So newly defined concept, that what is meant by newly defined concept? So newly defined concept, that is nothing but, if you consider the breakdown maintenance. Okay, so breakdown maintenance is carried out after the machine failure, but the preventive maintenance or the predictive maintenance, the concept related to the predictive maintenance are the new concept. That is nothing but, we can say that on the basis of vibration, on the basis of noise, how to diagnose the performance of a machine. That concepts are newly developed, and whatever the concept coming in the market which are related to the maintenance and which are related to the specific companies, that uh, that concepts or the procedures, uh, TPM tries to accommodate in the company. Okay, TPM tries to accommodate in the company, or TPM type of maintenance tries to accommodate uh, that procedures or concept of a maintenance in the company. So the goal of a TPM is to increase the productivity as well as employee morale and job satisfaction. Okay, these are the objectives of a, or we can say that the goals of a TPM. Okay, increase the production of the plant, and as well as the employee morale and the job satisfaction for the employee. Why employee morale is important? Because we are always saying in the college also, our slogan is that attitude is everything. Okay, and if you have good attitude, then you will get a proper direction and you will get a success. So in in industry also, the employee moral plays a very important role. If that particular employee is satisfied with the job, and uh, uh, um, the moral is good while working, then we will get the best of that particular worker. Okay, So this moral and job satisfaction is also part of a TPM. And because of the TPM, the industrialist realizes the importance of maintenance in business. Previously, what happened? The maintenance activities are carried out after the breakdown. In early prior to 1950, these maintenance activities are carried out after the failure of machine. But as the time passes, the industrialist comes to know that this uh, importance of a maintenance, because of after machine get breakdown, the non-productive time or downtime goes on increase, and that will hamper on the profitability of the industry. So the maintenance activities are uh, considered to be non-profitable activities. Now uh, now these activities are will not no longer will be considered as a non-profitable activities. Okay. And what happened? The daily downtime related to the maintenance activity. Some time is required to perform the maintenance of machines on a daily basis. Now, this time is also included in a working time because of a TPM. Okay, this time is also included in a working time because of a TPM. Okay, and in some cases it is also part of a manufacturing process. Okay, in some cases it is also part of a manufacturing process. Then what are the objectives of a TPM? So there are twin objectives or two objectives of a TPM. That is the zero breakdown is the objective of a TPM, and zero defect. These two objectives of a TPM and TPM, that is total productive maintenance, try to achieve this objective, and hence the equipment utilization will get increased if you reduce the breakdown, or zero breakdown will be there in the and zero defects will be there in the industry. Then ultimately it will increase the equipment utilization and need not to carry the higher inventory level. So inventory level also get reduced. Okay, because of breakdown, the production loss will be there. That production loss we have to consider for some time period, and we have to carry the inventory to accommodate that particular loss in the market. Okay, so for that purpose, higher inventory level should be maintained. But if you reduce the breakdown, if you reduce the defects, then need not to carry that much inventory level. So ultimately, the inventory level also goes on decreasing. Okay, and it will also considered to be lower inventory level. Okay, so that we have discussed in the last lecture. Then we have discussed the definition of a TPM. Okay, so objectives of TPM are nothing but the zero breakdown and zero maintenance. Okay, so to achieve this objective, TPM required participation of all the level employees. Okay, all the employees in the industry should be participate in this particular TPM activities, that is total productive maintenance activities. Okay, so that is total participation. Total participation is required, and it is a productive maintenance. So productive means output oriented maintenance. Okay, so it is a productive maintenance, and so we can say that this particular TPM, total productive maintenance, defined as productive maintenance involving total participation. Total productive maintenance is defined as productive maintenance involving total participation. Now, this is the simple definition, but the meaning of this definition is segregated in 5 points. Okay, the meaning of this definition is segregated in 5 points. That is nothing but uh, these 5 points are nothing but TPM aims to maximize the effective equipment utilization. Then TPM establishes the thorough system of a productive maintenance for the entire lifespan of the equipment. Then TPM is to be implemented company wide. That is, it should be implemented in engineering department, operations department, maintenance department, and TPM involves each and every employee. That is the basic need. TPM should be involved each and every employee of the industry, and it is based on a promotion of a productive maintenance, that is TM, and through motivation management. Motivation is most required thing in the industry, because any employee work in the industry for the money purpose. Okay, okay, and that is the most important motivation to work in the industry. Okay, money is the most important motivation to work in industry. There are other motivations also, and that will be considered as a motivation management. How to manage the motivation of a employee, that is nothing but the motivation management. For that purpose, different kinds of uh, functions are arranged, activities are performed, and through that, means what, birthday celebration, this is one kind of activity. Then blood donation, then arranging the functions. Okay, Diwali festival, Dashara festival, Ramjan Eid festivals, like that. The industries arrange some kind of festivals and motivate their workers. Okay, so the motivation management is nothing but uh, 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 to enhance uh, the moral of any worker to work in that particular sector. Okay, then the total word is there. Okay, total participation. Okay, and this total word also having three meanings. So total effectiveness, total maintenance system, and total participation of all employees. Okay, so total effectiveness indicates the pursuit or consideration of economic efficiency or profitability. Total maintenance system includes maintenance prevention. Okay, try to reduce the maintenance, that is nothing but maintenance prevention, and corrective maintenance, and also the preventive maintenance, that is nothing but total maintenance system. And the total participation of all employees, that is nothing but all hierarchy level, or whatever the tree diagram of that particular company, all level employees should be included in this TPM activity, that is from manager level to the helper. All the employees should include, also the some contractors, also the clients. Okay, that should be included in the TPA activity, that is nothing TPM activity, that is nothing but total participation of all employees. Total participation of all employees. Please note down the definition of TPM. Give heading definition of TPM. Definition of TPM. TPM is defined as TPM is defined as TPM is defined as TPM is defined as productive maintenance. TPM is defined as TPM is defined as TPM is defined as productive maintenance, productive maintenance involving productive maintenance involving total participation, productive maintenance involving total participation, productive maintenance involving total participation. Next line. The complete definition of TPM include five elements. The complete definition of TPM includes five elements. The complete definition of TPM includes five elements. First one, TPM aims to maximize TPM aims to maximize equipment effectiveness. TPM aims to maximize equipment effectiveness. Second point, TPM establishes TPM establishes a thorough system of productive maintenance, a thorough system of productive maintenance for entire lifespan of the equipment, for entire lifespan of the equipment. TPM establishes a thorough system of a productive maintenance for entire lifespan of the equipment. Next one, TPM is to be implemented. TPM is to be implemented company wide. TPM is to be implemented company wide, in bracket engineering section or engineering oblique operations oblique engineering comma operations comma maintenance, engineering comma operations comma maintenance. Next one, TPM involves each and every employee. TPM involves each and every employee. And the last one is it is based on it is based on it is based on promotion of promotion of productive maintenance, that is PM, productive maintenance productive maintenance through 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 motivation management, through motivation management. It is based on a promotion of productive maintenance, that is PM, through motivation management. Then next line, the word total in double inverted comma total, the word total in the word total in total productive maintenance, the word total in total productive maintenance refers to first one refers to first one, total effectiveness, total effectiveness, total effectiveness indicates the pursuit or consideration of economic efficiency economic efficiency or profitability or profitability economic efficiency or profitability. Second one, total maintenance system total maintenance system includes total maintenance system includes maintenance prevention in bracket MP, maintenance prevention in bracket MP, bracket complete, comma corrective maintenance, and also the preventive maintenance, and also the preventive maintenance, and also the preventive maintenance. Third one, third meaning of total is total participation of all employees, total participation of all employees, total participation of all employees. Total participation of all employees. Okay, so that is the definition of TPM with a segregate manner, or we can say that it is provided in a elaborate manner. So simple definition is productive maintenance involves total participations, and there are five elements of this definition, and there are three meanings of a total. Okay. Okay. So now our most important objective is to achieve overall equipment effectiveness. Overall equipment effectiveness. So for that purpose, the TPM works on works to eliminate 6 big losses. Okay, So these losses are considered to be a big losses in the industry. So that will be considered as a obstacles to achieve the equipment effectiveness. Okay, so in that we have segregated that or uh, the author has segregated these 6 losses in 3 different parts. Okay, the first part is downtime, and this downtime is happen because of a equipment failure or equipment breakdown. Okay, and the downtime is also happen because of a setup. If you want to change the setup of a production system, okay, so in that case the company will go under the downtime. Okay, so that will be the loss of a production time. Okay, so setup and adjustment time, whatever the time required to the setup and the adjustment, that will be considered as a downtime also. So these are the 2 segments of a downtime, or we can say that the 2 losses under the downtime. Then the speed losses. Okay, the speed losses will be considered as a, for some time period, if the machine is in idle condition, there will not be any workload, then the idling will be considered as a speed loss. Then minor stoppage, so stoppage because of a sensor failure, then blockages, then abnormal operations of this particular kinds of sensors, so that will be considered as a speed loss. And the reduced speed, if any worker don't have that much skill to work on one of the machine, then the speed of that worker to carry out the performance of workforce, that will be lesser as compared to the skilled worker, so that will be considered as a reduced speed. Okay, so these 2 factors or these 2 losses will be considered under the speed losses. Then defects, the defects include the 2 factors or the uh, uh, 2 segments, that is process defect and reduced yield. Okay, so process defect, if there any problem happen up related to the process, and if you are not getting the good quality product out of that process, that will be considered as a process defects, or the product defects will be considered for the process defects. Then reduced yield, the reduction or if you have invested on something and you are not getting the investment back, that is a return on investment, so that will be considered as a reduced yield. Your profit will get in the loss because of a faulty product, or because of a uh, uh, the defects in the product. Okay, so these 6 losses, to increase the equipment effectiveness, these 6 losses should be minimized, and the TPM is working on these 6 losses to minimize these 6 losses. Okay, please write down: to achieve overall equipment to achieve overall equipment effectiveness, to achieve overall equipment effectiveness, to achieve overall equipment effectiveness, comma, TPM works to eliminate TPM works to eliminate the 6 big losses, the 6 big losses TPM works to eliminate the 6 big losses that are the obstacles to equipment effectiveness, that are the obstacles to equipment effectiveness, that are the obstacles to the equipment effectiveness. Full stop. 6 big losses are, these 6 big losses are segregated in 3 parts. These 6 big losses are segregated in 3 parts. First one, downtime. First one, downtime. In that first one, equipment failure from breakdowns. Equipment failure from breakdowns. Equipment failure from breakdowns. Second one, setup and adjustments, setup and adjustments, setup and adjustment. Second segregation, speed losses, speed losses. Second segregation, speed losses. In that, third one, third one, idling and minor stoppages, idling and minor stoppages, idling and minor stoppages. Fourth one, reduced speed, reduced speed. Fourth one, reduced speed, reduced speed, reduced speed. Okay, so in that case, sometimes what happen in reduced speed, I have one example related to this. So you can manage the speed of CNC machine or VMC machine. Okay, so rotation speed of that particular tool we can manage by using, and it is provision in that particular machine. Sometimes workers what does uh, the speed of that particular tool reduced by worker, and due to that your production speed also get reduced. Okay, so this also happen if the worker is not motivated, and if the uh, uh, worker does not have a good attitude, then it will happen. Or you want to reduce the production, or you want to just uh, just want to uh, uh, run away from the activities in that case. Or what happen if the workers have to perform the another work after completion of one task, then that particular work tries to spend more time on one work only. Okay, so in that case the speed reduction will happen. Okay, so these are the problems in the industries, and for that purpose the worker uh, attitude should be good, and the worker moral should be high. Okay, then the next segment is defect, defect, defect. In that fifth one, process defect, process defects, process defects, process defects. In bracket, due to scrap and defects, due to scrap and defects, due to scrap and defects. Sixth one, reduced, reduced yields, reduced yields. That is nothing but reduction in return on investment, reduction in return on investment. Okay, so these are the six big losses in the industries, and TPM tries to eliminate these six losses. TPM tries to eliminate these six losses. Okay, then why TPM? So the TPM was introduced to achieve the some of the objectives. Okay, so first objective is avoid wastage in a quick changing economic environment. Then producing goods without reducing product quality, reduce cost, then produce a low batch quantity at the earliest possible time, and goods sent to the customer must be non-defective. Okay, so these are some of the objectives of TPM. For that purpose, the TPM is important in any of the industries. Okay, nowadays the most of industries are following these TPM activities, and they are come out of breakdown maintenance, they are come out of preventive maintenance, and they're shifting their work culture towards the total productive maintenance, because after applying this uh, TPM activities, the result are very good in the industries. Okay, the result are very good in the industries. So because of application, the the wastage will also get reduced, and that will enhance the profit of an industry. Ultimately it will affect on the workers wages or the salary of a worker. Then quality of the products will get increased. Machine failure stoppage, or stoppage or downtime of machine will get reduced, and because of that the cost of a production also get reduced. Then it tries to form the small batches or low quantity batches, which will provide the good result in future, or that will provide the good quality and a good quantity material for the dispatch purpose. And uh, uh, the defects at a customer end also get reduced, and because of that the TPM is important, and TPM is implemented in most of the industries. TPM is implemented in most of the industries. Okay, so why TPM? Write down why TPM. TPM was introduced. TPM was introduced to achieve the following objectives. TPM was introduced to achieve the following objectives. To achieve the following objectives. First one, first one, avoid wastage. Avoid wastage in a quickly changing economic environment. In a quickly changing economic environment. Avoid wastage in a quickly changing economic environment. Second one, producing goods without reducing product quality. Producing goods without reducing product quality. Then third one, reduce cost, reduce cost, reduce cost. Next one, produce a low batch quantity at the earliest possible time. Produce a low batch quantity at the earliest possible time. Goods sent to the customer must be non-defective. Goods sent to the customer must be non-defective. So this can be achieved by using TPM. This can be achieved by using TPM. So for that purpose, TPM is must in the industries. TPM is must in the industries. Okay. So the various stages, how the TPM is developed. We know that the TPM is developed or originated in Japan or Japanese industries. So the prior to 1950s, only the breakdown maintenance are carried out. Were carried out in the industries. Early 1950s or prior to 1950s in Japan, only breakdown maintenance were carried, and after that, uh, after the 1950s, the preventive maintenance was introduced in the Japanese industries. Preventive maintenance was introduced in Japanese industries in 1950, and in 1960, the productive maintenance was introduced. Okay, so productive maintenance. What is the difference between productive maintenance and total productive maintenance? In productive maintenance, the maintenance activities were carried out by the maintenance department or the worker which is working on that particular machine. Here in productive maintenance, there are no involvement of higher level managers in that maintenance activities. Okay, and this is some kind of a restricted type of a maintenance. Okay, so where some of the production activities are not involved. Okay, so quality of the product, which is not part of a maintenance, but in a total productive maintenance after 1970s. Okay, So total productive maintenance start developing in Japan, and after that, we know that the meaning of a total, that is nothing but uh, effective utilization of the machines, then total maintenance, then the total involvement of workers. This is the meaning of the total productive maintenance, or the total in total productive maintenance. Okay, so this is the development stages of a TPM. Okay, how the TPM developed in Japan. So that development stages: stage one, that is prior to 1950s, only breakdown maintenance were carried out. Then stage second, after after 1950s, uh, the preventive maintenance introduced in the Japanese industries. Then in stage three, after 1960, the productive maintenance were carried out, and after 1970, the development of TPM begins. Okay, and now also this TPM techniques, productive maintenance techniques, are implemented in the industries. Okay, implemented in the industries. Okay, please write down stages of TPM. 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 In that, write down the period. The period. The period prior to 1950. The period prior to 1950 can be referred to as can be referred to as the period prior to 1950 can be referred to as breakdown maintenance period. Breakdown maintenance period. Breakdown maintenance period. Breakdown maintenance period. And in 1950, and in 1950, and in 1950, preventive maintenance was introduced. Preventive maintenance was introduced, and and productive maintenance, during 1960s. Productive maintenance during 1960s. Productive maintenance during 1960s. Full stop. The development of TPM. The development of TPM. The development of TPM began from the development of TPM began from 1970 onwards. The development of TPM began from 1970 onwards. Full stop. Next line. The development stages of TPM in Japan. The development stages of TPM in Japan. The development stages of TPM in Japan can be identified as can be identified as can be identified as can be identified as stage 1, breakdown maintenance. Stage 1, breakdown maintenance. Stage 1, breakdown maintenance. Stage 2, preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance. Stage 3, productive maintenance. Productive maintenance. Stage 3, productive maintenance. Stage 4, TPM. Stage 4, TPM. Stage 4, TPM. Okay, these are the development stages of TPM in Japan. Okay, please remember the years also, because sometimes uh, for 2 marks match the pairs can be also asked on this particular point. Okay, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, or the years of a development. Okay, years of a development. Breakdown maintenance prior to 1950, preventive maintenance 1950, productive maintenance 1960, TPM began from 1970. Like this also, there will be a match the pairs, or the stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and match the pairs, breakdown, preventive, productive, and TPM. Okay, such like questions also be there. Then the next point. Okay, stages of TPM development. Okay, so if anybody want to apply the TPM activities in the industry, then what steps that particular person need to follow to implement TPM in the industry. Okay, to implement TPM in industry. So basically there are 3 stages and 12 steps of a TPM development program. Okay, there are three different stages and there are 12 steps of a TPM development program. So these 3 stages are classified as first stage as a preparation stage, second stage as a preliminary implementation stage, and the third stage as a implementation stage. And various activities are carried out at each and every stage. Various activities are carried out at each and every stage. So we will see one by one what is meant by first stage, that is preparation stage, second stage, and third stage. So the first one is the first stage. It is also called as a preparation stage. Okay, so in this stage, the suitable environment is created by establishing plan for the introduction of a TPM program, and this stage is analogous to the product design stage. If you want to develop any product, okay, if you want to develop any product or industry want to develop any product, so first stage for the development of product is nothing but product design. Okay, in that product design, we are considering, or any the designer considering all the functional requirement of that particular product. Okay, in product design, designer considering the functional requirement of that particular product, and also it will include the recommendation from the sales department, or it will comes from the customer side. Okay, recommendation from the sales department or from the customer requirement. So all these particular critical parameters are considered while developing any product. That is nothing but what? Product design. Like similar kind, while applying or while implementing TPM, some environment need to create in the industry. Okay, so for the implementation of a TPM, the environment need to create in the industry. Why? Because we always know that there is the human tendency to resist the change. Okay, to resist the change. So for that purpose, the creation of environment, that is the most important part in a preparation stage. So how one can create the environment? For that purpose, various activities need to arrange by the company. So which kind of activities? So organization of lectures. So here the various activities are listed according to the stages. So first one is nothing but the TPM lecture should be organized by the industry. Okay, and that company should publish some newsletters or the articles on TPM in company newsletters. Then provides or organize the expert lecture which will educate the employees about TPM, then organize the seminars, conferences as per the level and presentation of a success stories. Okay, how this TPM is successful in other industry, and how this success of a TPM is helpful for the employees which is working in that particular industry. That is nothing but what the success stories need to be percolate according to the level. Then formation of a small groups, or we can say that TPM groups or the TPM committees, okay, at each level, and that groups will promote the TPM. Okay, that groups will promote the TPM. So that this is one kind of activity. Then establish one central headquarter for the TPM, or one specific cabin should be allocated uh, uh, to uh, to uh, to discuss the TPM activities and to resolve the problems related to the TPM. And some meetings should be arranged in a such a manner that uh, 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 that that particular people or the group of employees will percolate the good thoughts about the TPM in the industry. Okay, in different levels. Okay, so it's establishing the central headquarter and assigning the staffs for that particular activities. Then existing situation analysis and goal setting. What is the situation in the industry, current situation, that will be analyzed, and on that basis the 1 month goal, 3 month goal, 6 month goal, 1 year goals will be established by this particular TPM committee. Then after that the results are predicted. Okay, what results we will achieve in upcoming future, that will be nothing but the prediction of likely result, and that will be represented in front of a management, that if you apply this TPM activities or TPM committees in the industry, then we will get such a positive result, or we will increase our profit by this margin, or there will be that much leverage for the company. Okay, so in this manner the results are predicted, and then the plan is prepared for the implementation stages or the preparation stages. Okay, plan is prepared how to implement this particular TPM activities in the industry, and plan is prepared how to create the environment about the TPM in the industry. Okay, so these are the activities related to the first stage. These are the activities related to the first stage. Then the second stage is also called as a preliminary implementation stage. Okay, so after designing the product, the second stage is nothing but a production. Okay, so this preliminary implementation stage is also analogous to the production stage, and it is also called as a stabilization stage. Okay, here the goals are to be set up, and also specific time frame is mapped in order to boost the morale of the employees. Okay, so goals are set up according to the time frame. Okay, so time frame is what, in 1 week, in upcoming fortnight, in upcoming 1 month, in upcoming 3 month, what goals we are going to achieve. Okay, that's goal setting according to the time frame. Okay, टाइमली बेसिसवरती ते गोल मॅप केले जातात. ओके, 30 दिवसामध्ये काय अचीव्ह करायचं आहे, 6 महिन्यामध्ये काय अचीव्ह करायचं आहे, आणि 1 वर्षामध्ये काय अचीव्ह करायचं आहे. अँड दॅट विल बी कल्टिवेटेड इन द वर्कर्स, ऑल द एम्प्लॉईज, अँड in order to boost the morale of the employees, and how it is useful, how one can improve or boost the morale by motivating them. Okay, so how it is useful for them if you implement these TPM activities, and if you are part of these activities, how it is useful for you. Okay, in the same manner, it is applicable for the end worker also, not for the engineers or not for the supervisor. It is also applicable for the end workers. If they are involving in these activities, it is they will get the benefit from this also. Okay, so in this manner the boosting of moral of employees will are done in the companies. Okay, so the second stage is preliminary implementation stage, and it is also called as a stabilization stage also. It is also called as a stabilization stage also. So what kind of activities are carried out in this second stage, that is preliminary implementation stage? That is bring awareness among the clients, affiliate and subcontracting companies. So it is not only for the one company. Okay, some of the workers are there which are working on a contract basis. Okay, and the clients are also there. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry for interruption. So uh, where we were. So this is not only activity for the industries. So the information of these activities need to be percolated to the client also, and need to percolate it with subcontracted companies also. Okay, so this will be enhance the, we can say that the mutual understanding between the two companies, and between industry and the client also. Okay, so the next point is start battle against the six big equipment losses. So whatever we have discussed, the six losses, the battle against that particular six big equipment losses should be started in the industry in a second stage. Then create an atmosphere that increases the worker moral and dedication. Then status reporting in a meeting attended by the client subcontracting contractors, highlighting the plans developed and work accomplished during the preparation phase. Okay, so here the first thing is nothing but what one have to perform during the second or preliminary implementation stage. That is nothing but first, if the company decide that TPM should be developed in this company, and that information uh, should be percolated with the clients, affiliates and subcontractor. Okay, then second stage is nothing but second activity is nothing but the six losses, big losses we have discussed. The battle against that six losses should be initiated in the second stage only. Then the good related to the TPM should be created, and the moral and dedication should be high from the worker end. Okay, that should be done by motivation. And the last activity, that is nothing but creating the report or preparing the report related to the TPM activities, and result related to that particular TPM activities should be prepared, and that should be presented in front of a client subcontractor, and highlighting the highlighting the plans developed and works accomplished during the preparation phase. So that is the second stage of TPM development. Okay, this is the second stage of a TPM development. Then third stage is implementation stage. Okay, so here the complete stabilized TPM program and should be established and implemented in the company. Okay, so here company must measure the actual result achieved against the TPM target. Okay, whatever the TPM activities implemented in the industries, that should be measured on the basis of goals and the time frame whatever provided for the activities. Okay, so these three stages can be implemented through 12 steps. Okay, these 12 steps we are going to discuss in the next slide. So what are the activities need to carry out in an implementation stage? First of all, need to select one model equipment. Okay, and the project team will work and build up the diagnosis skills related to that particular model. Then that particular team will provide the produce some certificates, procedures. Okay, which activities, okay, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 certificates should be provided to the worker. Then include periodic and predictive maintenance. Then spare part management tools, blueprints, and the schedules should be prepared. Then train the leaders who is train the group members. Then maintenance prevention design. Then life cycle cost analysis and evaluate the result and set higher goals. Okay, once you achieve some result, then set up the higher goal uh, that will also motivate the workers. Okay, so in this manner the third stage, implementation stage, will be considered. First of all, in third stage or the implementation stage, one model will be decided, model equipment will be decided, and on that the project team will form and which will diagnosis or which will develop or build up the diagnostic skills. Then the procedure will be followed for the certification purpose. Okay, so if this worker will perform this much task about the TPM, then this level certificate will be provided. Like that, the procedures will be developed. Then the periodic and predictive maintenance and spare parts management tools, blueprints, and schedules will be prepared. Then leaders will be trained, which will train the group members. Then maintenance prevention design will be prepared. Then life cycle cost analysis will be prepared. Then at the end, the results are evaluated and the higher goal will be established. Okay, so please note down the stages of TPM, stages of TPM, stages of TPM, stages of TPM, stages of TPM development, stages of TPM development, stages of TPM development. Basically, there are three stages. Basically, there are three stages. Three stages and 12 steps and 12 steps, 12 steps of TPM development, 12 steps of TPM development program. Basically, there are three stages and 12 steps of TPM development program. Basically, there are three stages and 12 steps of TPM development program. First stage, preparation stage. First stage, preparation stage. First stage, preparation stage. Preparation stage. In that, write down in this stage, in this stage, a suitable environment is created. A suitable environment is created. A suitable environment is created by establishing a plan for the introduction of TPM program. A suitable environment is created by establishing a plan for the introduction of TPM program. A plan for the introduction of TPM program. Full stop. This stage is analogous to the product design stage. This stage is analogous to the product design stage. This stage is analogous to the product design stage. Second stage, preliminary implementation stage. Second stage, preliminary implementation stage. Preliminary implementation stage. In that, write down, this is analogous to the production stage. This is analogous to the production stage. This is analogous to the production stage of the product of the product of the product and this is also refers to as, and this is also refer to as a stabilization stage. This is also referred to as a stabilization stage. Stabilization stage. Here the goals are to be set. Here the goals are to be set, and also a specific time frame, and also a specific time frame is mapped is mapped is mapped in order to boost the morale of the employee. Is mapped in order to boost the morale of the employees. In order to boost the morale of the employees. Full stop. Third stage. Third stage. Third stage. Implementation stage. Implementation stage. Implementation stage. In that, write down. This is the stage of complete stabilization. This is the stage of complete stabilization. This is the stage of complete stabilization of TPM TPM program TPM program TPM program, and company must measure the actual result achieved, and company must measure the actual result achieved against TPM targets, against TPM targets. Full stop. Okay. So further things, 6x, which is the basic of the TPM, and the activities, and the 12 steps and maintenance performance evaluation we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay. We'll stop here. Please put up your roll number in the chat box and you can leave.